Hey, I'm Owen Oasis and I'll walk you through every Arbiter of Ash mechanic, a quick preparation checklist, and the unique loot he can drop. Let's start with the move overview. The boss opens up the fight with his small beam attack. This beam hits very hard and can burst you down quickly, but it's also easy to avoid and gives you a great window to attack. He will keep using this move throughout phase 1. He has two basic attacks, one melee and one ranged. Both are slow, easy to avoid, and mostly exist to punish you if you're not paying attention. For Twin Nova, the boss sends out two large fireballs in a straight line across the arena. Each one then shotguns out smaller projectiles. The farther you are from the two main fireballs, the easier the smaller ones are to avoid. The first and easiest one-shot mechanic is the single circle nuke. The boss creates a circle and a small fire orb descends from above. When the orb is close to the ground, it becomes more and more volatile until everything outside the circle explodes. Watch and listen to the orb for timing. This cannot be evaded or dodged roll through. If you're outside the circle when it detonates, you die. He also likes to follow this with a small beam attack, so stay ready. The circle nuke returns later in much deadlier forms. If you're struggling with the timing, keep the boss around this health and practice here first. At this stage, he will only use the basic circle nuke. For lane nuke, the boss creates a series of lanes across the arena. After a short delay, everything outside the safe lane explodes. This is where movement speed matters a lot. The good news is that the boss doesn't use any other mechanics during this, so you can focus entirely on reaching the safe lane. Don't be intimidated, you have time, stay calm. For 6 circle nuke, the boss quickly teleports to 6 locations. Each location marks where a circle nuke will appear in sequence. Move into the first circle, wait for the fire orb to explode, then move to the next. There are 6, so count them if that helps you. You can see the orbs falling, so keep an eye out. Movement speed is critical here, but getting to each circle is not the hardest part. The difficult part is the Arbiter keeps attacking during the mechanic. He can still use basic attacks, small beam, and twin nova while you're moving from circle to circle. If the beam is between you and the next circle, dodge roll through to avoid the damage. Also be aware the boss can body block you and push you around with his movement. You can attack during this move, but for learning the fight, I recommend focusing entirely on survival and peppering in attacks as you feel more comfortable. Taking the boss to less than 50% health begins phase 2. He fully restores and gains a new set of deadlier attacks. His big beam works just like the small beam from phase 1, only much larger. Stay away from the front of the boss at all costs. It's another excellent opportunity to deal damage. His basic attack becomes a series of 2 to 3 large sweeping strikes. They're slow, heavily telegraphed, and shouldn't give you much trouble on their own. The boss gains a single nova attack. He places a large fireball that releases multiple expanding rings of smaller projectiles. As the waves approach, dodge roll through them as needed. When one of these projectiles is destroyed, it triggers a chain reaction that clears the entire ring. Doing something like sending a minion into the waves or creating a wall could make this mechanic easier to deal with. His dive attack is telegraphed by this mark on the ground. After a short delay, he dives to the mark location, creating a large AoE. For Chasm sword throw, the boss begins by carving a massive chasm across the arena. He then burrows underground, erupts at the telegraph mark, and finally throws his sword. Both the underground eruption and the sword throw deal heavy area damage. Whenever you see the mark, account for the size of the follow-up AoE and create distance. Phase 2 brings the dual orb mechanic. One orb is chaos and the other is cold. They will spawn periodically throughout phase 2. Touching the Chaos Orb covers the arena in a ground effect called Black Flame. Black Flame prevents all life and energy shield recovery. Touching the Cold Orb covers the arena in a chilling ground effect that slows you. Collecting both orbs clears all ground effects. The Arbiter can also absorb these orbs, empowering his attacks with Chaos or Cold and giving his attacks the Black Flame or Chill effect. Touching the other orb will remove the ground effect, but his sword will remain buffed for 20 seconds. I recommend clearing these orbs whenever possible. If the boss absorbs the Chaos Orb, his attacks will both ignite and prevent recovery, a deadly combination. Finally, there is the Twin Circle Beam Strike, the Arbiter's deadliest attack. The boss creates a safe circle, but don't enter it immediately. Before the nuke detonates, he fires a massive beam straight across the circle. Wait outside, let the beam pass, then step into the circle just before it explodes. Get out after the explosion as he attacks that spot immediately after. A new circle appears in the same spot. Wait outside again until after he performs a dive attack. Then move back into the new safe circle before the second nuke. After the second nuke, he strikes the ground where the circle was, so you must get out immediately again. It looks overwhelming, but the mechanic is much simpler than it seems. Think of it as just 2 circle nukes back to back where you must get in at the final moments and out immediately. Focus on the fire orbs that mark each detonation, time your movement around those, and the rest becomes much easier to manage. I recommend these preparations before the fight, maxing out your resistances. Fire is a must, but Chaos and Cold will help with the orb imbues. As for charms, a Dousing Charm will help with Ignite, a Silver Charm for the slows, and even a Ruby, Sapphire, and Amethyst Charm could help with resistances. Finally, movement speed will help a lot with the one-shot moves, either from boots, the passive tree, or even something like Blink. Once you kill the Arbiter of Ash, here's the unique drops you can get. I hope this guide helped. If you have any feedback, let me know in the comments. What did you find useful? What could I improve? And which boss would you like to see next? If you enjoyed the guide, I'd really appreciate a like and subscribe. I also stream live on Twitch at twitch.tv/OwenOasis. Thanks for watching.